Hey guys, it's Kush here from the Hub. Just want to show you guys real quick how to use the Game Rusher website, how to get your mana coins for, the cheap and safe mana coins, the guys that sponsor the videos every now and again. So like I said, usually is the first link in the description down below. So you would click on GameRusher.com. Since it's for Madden, as you can see, they have more things available here, but we're going to go to NFL 21. They have PC, PS4, Xbox One coins. We're going to go over to Xbox One, add that to cart. And when you go into checkout, this is where the discount code comes in. You would enter the discount code HUBHUB for that 6% discount. You apply the coupon. You could see it is right there. And then bam, select your way to pay. And that's it. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another Giants update video. Two main things I want to address in this video today is officially the people that are out for the game on Sunday. We got two of them here, and then of course a little bit on the Golden Tate situation, which is like slowly went from just him being a dissatisfied wide receiver and player on the team because he hasn't been used, he's always had a point there, to now it turning into something a little bit bigger. So first off, let's get into the injury reports. Confirmed out for Sunday is running back Devonta Freeman and defensive back Ryan Lewis. On the Washington side of things, nobody's been confirmed out yet, but the two people that are currently doubtful are the offensive tackle Jerron Christian Sr. and wide receiver Dontrell Inman. Now, of course, for both teams here, there's only really one big name, if you could consider it so. Big name, Devonta Freeman. He is technically our starting running back since Saquon is out. And Devonta, now this is his third week in a row that he's going to be missing game action. And something happened in Philadelphia. I still don't know what in the world happened during that Philadelphia game, because he had the first couple snaps at running back and then he was out. They brought him onto the sideline. We didn't see him again, and we haven't seen him in an NFL game since whatever the ankle injury was. I don't know if it's like a twisted ankle, if it's something more serious, if he sprained something, but it's now been 3 weeks. He didn't play last week against the Bucks, and he's not going to play this week against Washington. With Ryan Lewis, I'm not sure what happened with him either, but he's been officially placed on injury reserve. So that's something interesting to keep in mind. That does open up an active roster spot. Remember, we did sign Corey Coleman to the practice squad in addition to picking up Dante Pettis. Maybe the Giants are going to finally roll into games with more than just 4 wide receivers. And to do that, a roster spot, it does have to open up. So that Ryan Lewis spot I would expect to get filled up either by Dante Pettis or Corey Coleman. So that's something interesting to keep in mind as well. And then on Washington's side of things, really there was one player on that injury report. Previously, you guys are going to see the my preview video tonight, which is regular channel viewers are going to see it tonight, but as you know, I make those videos on Thursdays. Yesterday, one player that was on there, and Montez Sweat, his name was slipping my mind for a second. He's the real game record for Washington. Evidently, he's going to be available, which I fully expected, so that's something to keep in mind as well for what the Giants are going to face. And then on Golden Tate's situation, I guess for those of you that don't know or maybe a bit lost on it, he had a legitimate complaint. The way he went about it was not too professional, but he had a legitimate complaint. He's our most reliable wide receiver, and I do want to say, some of you might say, what? There's no way he's our most reliable wide receiver. When you think about the fact that Sterling Shepard was out with an injury this year, that set him out a couple of weeks. You think about the fact that Darius Slayton went missing for a couple of games, whether it was his fault or was Jason Garrett's fault or was Daniel Jones's fault. Darius Slayton wasn't getting involved. Maybe it's a combination of all three, and you think about Evan Ingram just being the most inconsistent player there is. Golden Tate was the one person that was there all along. I think he missed probably week 1, and that was it. He was back from week 2 onwards, and especially since the Washington game, funnily enough, when Washington in Philadelphia and against the Bucks, the dude had basically like 2 targets a game, which is way too little for somebody at Golden Tate's caliber is what I meant to say. Yes, he's old. Yes, he's not what he used to be, but he's still the most reliable wide receiver on the field, and he still can, make some magic happen, a la the Philadelphia game with that touchdown pass right there. That was very reminiscent of his Patriots touchdown catch last year. Here's the thing, man. to just target him twice a game makes no sense. I don't know why the Giants were doing that. They were actively leaving him out of the game plan. Whether they were saying, oh, we're doing it because we're going to trade him or not, it's kind of stupid. Use him to his fullest when he's on the team. And then Golden Tate and, of course, Golden Tate's spouse did not go about it the right way, kind of calling attention to themselves on social media and putting themselves above the team. Joe Judge since then has taken disciplinary action, punishing the guy whether or not you agree with that. He sent him out. I think Wednesday, Golden Tate was not at practice. And then Thursday, he was in limited practice. He didn't really look too happy. And then today, Friday, this is per Jordan Renan here on Twitter. Golden Tate, who has 112 career starts on his resume, was spending Friday on the scout team. You know, he was playing wide receiver Terry McLaurin. The scout team, a veteran, one of our best receivers. This is the disciplinary action. This is what happens when you put yourself above Joe Judge's team instead of being one of the teammates. You put a starting veteran on the scout team. The scout team is usually reserved for third and fourth stringers, for guys on the practice squad. That's what the scout team is usually reserved for. So I have no idea what this spells for Sunday. I've seen some people speculating saying that he's going to be an inactive on Sunday. That's going to be part of his punishment. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Remember when Andrew Thomas showed up late for a meeting? He lost his starting job for like 1 day there. What was that? Was that against Philadelphia or was that against Dallas? Or was it against Washington? I can't remember. It was one of those games. Andrew Thomas, he was not the starter for that game, and that was his punishment. So with Golden Tate, what I hope doesn't happen, this is what I hope that does not happen. I hope that he's on the field, all right? And it would be terrible if he's on the field and then we're not using him. We're actively ignoring him once again, just like it was against Philadelphia and against the Bucs, because that doesn't help anybody out. If you're going to punish him, then take away the starting role and probably slide Corey Coleman in there or slide Dante Pettis in there for this game and then have Tate be a rotational player for the game. But don't actively ignore him if he's going to be there as a starter, if things are regular and things are normal. Because you're hurting the team as well. Yes, you're punishing him, but you're hurting the overall team's chances of winning. So that's what I hope that doesn't happen. If he's there and they're using him, fine. I'm completely fine with that. And I do want to say, I've said this a couple of times now. Yeah, I would wish for Golden Tate to be back on the team next year. The way the optics are looking right now, he's going to be gone in this offseason somehow. He's definitely not happy with the team. I mean, I wouldn't be either. You can't really think of any veteran that would be happy with this type of action. But the blame is definitely on him with the way he went about the situation. It's something it's funny because I was on Golden Tate's side at the beginning of the situation because I have no idea why the Giants weren't using him. Then the way he went about, talking to the coaches and the way he basically went about addressing the situation kind of got him to where he is right now. But unless some type of miracle happens, and before all of this happened, it would have to be a miracle anyway because of his contract. If Tate was coming back, the Giants would have to figure out a way to restructure his contract. That ain't happening. I mean, we tried to trade him at the trade deadline. That just tells you how bad the contract was. Ain't no team bit on it to try and trade for this guy, and it looks like we're going to cut him when the offseason comes. So that's something to keep in mind as well, because remember, we still have Nate Solder on board. Solder opted out of this year, but we still have his contract on the books. So that's even more dead money that we got to think about. And with the cap space shrinking this offseason because of the COVID situation, they're going to have to shrink the cap space now. The Giants are going to be kind of in a tough spot this offseason. But that's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you think. Keep your eye out later tonight. The preview is going to drop if you're a member. It's been available since about, I want to say, 9:30 last night. Whatever the case is, that's it for now, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.